I remember the original Karate Kid films. I liked all three of them. Um, Part three actually being my favorite one. Uh, then it was two, then it was one. But all three films, I can watch either one and have a great time. The best moment, the happiest and most emotional moment that I get is the end of the third film when Daniel beats Mike Barnes in the tournament and he hugs Miyagi. He goes, "Forget about bowing, forget about it." He just hugged him. That really it gets me every time. And the way Daniel's like, he's happy. He's like, "I did it." Happy laughs. That laugh, he just loves Miyagi so much because if you compare that to what they've been through, how they relationship was on a rift because of Terry Silver's mind games and how they end up making up and everything like that. And how Miyagi forgave him. Of course you're gonna forgive him. Miyagi was a lovable character. Everybody loves Miyagi. There's not a single person that I've seen online that's wrote anything negative about Miyagi at all. He's a beloved character. He's full of wisdom and love and support, and everything like that. He's one of the best characters on film, Miyagi. I haven't ran across anybody that or said anything about negative about Miyagi. It's like I guess he's a character that's hard to hate, that's hard to hack and all that. It's He's one of those characters that's just lovable. No matter what. That's how I felt about the Cobra Kai seasons. It was hard for me to pick out what I didn't like about it. Seasons one, two, three, four, and five, if we can add that. Um, Go into more details of why I was a little hesitant to add season five. I mean, it was like I said, it was hard for me to actually pick out what I didn't like about it because really couldn't find out what I didn't. I'm pretty sure there was like some cons, but they were so small that you can brush under the rug. You know what I'm saying? And just enjoy the fucking ride. That's how I was with all the seasons. It's like even with season five, even though that was the weakest season to me, I really couldn't pinpoint as to why I felt it was that way. It was just lacking. I knew that, but it was hard for me to just to pinpoint as to why it was. I can't add. 'Cause I do recall finding something I can knock against it, which I found that out by reading by running across a short, and it was based on a homages or something like that. They because all through the seasons they always bring homage to the original series. I mean, the original three films, and they'll bring out Rocky homages and play the same theme songs and shit like that. That the films have played. I felt they went overboard with that. Ever since I'm thinking season two, I felt enough was enough. I didn't mind them making callbacks like, oh, just like Clubber Lane and Rocky Three and all that shit, because that's them remembering their childhood, or them saying a direct quote from their favorite character growing up. You know, I didn't mind that. What I'm talking about is like playing a same. It's like for example when Miguel and Samantha, I think it was in season one. It was in season two. Miguel and Samantha went to that golf place. They played the exact same fucking song that they played for Daniel and Allie in Karate Kid One when they went to that golf place, the golf club place. I was like, are you serious? I mean, I liked it, but I was like, at the same time, I was like, okay, you know. I mean, it wasn't enough for me to be like, this is stupid. But looking back on that, having watched season 5 already, and since then, it's like it's too much. I felt they need to slow down with the homages. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, we remember Karate Kid films. You know what I'm saying? This is something new. Supposed to be something new. You know what I mean? They already bringing a homage by making it episodic by having a continuation of the story, Daniel's story, Johnny's story, and so forth. Story with the series. That's already a homage in itself. So, and I heard they come out with a Karate Kid movie, which I don't think is going to be a Miyagi origin story, which I would love to see. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think I want to watch it if it's not going to be a Miyagi origin story. Because most people they voted that it should be a continuation from the Cobra Kai series. I don't think so. I think Cobra Kai series should end with the ends. Miyagi's origin story should be told. I really, really feel that because this man is iconic. I would love to see him as a young man when he left Okinawa and all that shit. I would love to see a Miyagi origin story. That's what I thought it was, but it looks like it's not going to be that. You know, we can't all get what we want, right? I hope it's a success, regardless. Especially if it's not a Miyagi origin story. But ever since okay, after I watched seasons 1 and 2, I went to YouTube. I saw videos about it. Nothing but praise. No negative criticism. None but fucking praise, except with Daniel's character, but I ain't including that because I've been hearing criticism about knockdown about his character since way before Cobra Kai season came out. So I was bound to hear more of that. Oh, Daniels actually is the bully, and he and all that. Blah, he sucks, blah. You know, I was expecting anyway. But anyways, I'm talking about the direction of the series criticism. Like people thought, oh, I don't like the way this character is this, and I ain't heard none of that. Season 3 came out. Watched that. Went to YouTube. Saw videos on talk about season 3. No negative criticism whatsoever. Same with season 4. No negative criticism whatsoever. Straight fucking praise. Talking to the cast members and watching videos on how they act in real life and shit. It was the same shit with season 1, 2, 3, and 4. Season 5. After I watched it, that's when I realized I didn't enjoy it as much as the other 4 seasons, but it was still good. I still recommend it. I didn't feel like I wasted my time watching it. I enjoyed the fuck out of it, just like the other 4, but it was just lackluster, you know. But it was still good, like I said. I can't stress it enough. I don't want you to think that I'm hating on it. You know what I'm saying? Far from it. But that's how I felt after I watched it. So I went to YouTube, and as expected, I was seeing a number of videos praising it. It was a great season. One of them said it was the best season. I disagree, but to each his own. Then, as I kept watching videos, I started to see some knockdown on it. They went through 4 seasons straight without nobody really knocking it, knocking the characters, knocking the direction of the story, none of that. Season 5 rolls around. I'm starting to see people come making videos, commenting on things that they don't like too much like about it, which I was taken aback because I'm like, holy shit, despite the fact that I feel it was the weakest series, but that wasn't a hard knock. It was just something that's just how I felt about it. It was not disappointment at all. So that's why the video's entitled is Cobra Kai losing his fans, because that's what I started to wonder as I kept reading these comments. And I'm going to show you some notes that I found that inspired this video or this vlog, and what made me question, like, are they starting to go downhill now? Where it's like, Are they heading to the land of no return or what? You know. So let's see. One of the first things I saw was there was a YouTube short about the character Miguel. People say, "Oh, he's a chosen one." He's a this one makes me laugh. Miguel is the perfect balance between Daniel and Johnny. I was like, how? I mean, that's what I heard. The chosen one I can get behind, but I'm thinking what they mean is that Miguel is the one that will bring Johnny and Daniel together as one or some shit. That's what I'm thinking means. I like Miguel, you know what I'm saying? There's no character I don't like. Actually, there's a character I don't like. It's not because he sucks. It's because he's doing his job, which is Kai. I can't fucking stand him. He is so fucking annoying. I didn't like him since season one, man. I can't stand his ass. I love when he gets his ass whooped. You know, that's that's one thing I would love to say if I met him in person. The actor that played him, I'm gonna say, dude, you do a good job of having me hate the fuck out of your character. Your character is fucking trash. I can't stand him. And that's exactly how you should feel about him. He's supposed to be an asshole. You don't supposed to like him. And they actually succeeded with that with me. So back to Miguel. It was a YouTube short entitled "I Miss the Old Miguel" because heaven forbid a character has character growth. You know what I'm saying? Heaven forbid that they find redemption. They start off as mean and doing stupid shit and they become more mature, more sound in mind. Heaven forbid that happens. So he's like, I miss the old Miguel, blah blah. It was like a music video esque type of short. I watched it like 3 times, like looking like, hmm. And the comments were flooding, and they was like, "What the fuck?" He grew as a character. He had character development. You know what I'm saying? And for the better, mind you. You liked the mean Miguel and all that shit. It's like Miguel is. I love Miguel, man, especially now. I mean, I get why he was the way he was because he was training Cobra Kai. You know, which is detrimental to anybody that takes part in that art. Um, so yeah, it makes sense why he was the way he was and shit. But now he's a much balanced character and shit, and this one person is mourning the loss of the old Miguel. It's shit like that. It's like I was like, okay, and you thought that was it. I was like, okay, I seen that, but no, I got a lot more. I got some more. Um, this kind of disappointed me. I was kind of sad about it. I watched a video that season six is going to be delayed. But all the stuff that people are saying about it, which I'm going to cover, by the way, there should be no fucking delay. Because if you losing fans now, you're gonna lose a lot more of them. To the point where once season six rolls around, finally, they're not gonna want to watch it because you lost their interest in season five. They're disappointed in season five. So I think that's gonna hurt if they wait too long. It's to me. If you ask me, it's a bad move. Mainly because the actors in the show won't be young forever. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's like, wait a minute, she's supposed to be 18. She's like she's fucking 30. Shit like that. Even though don't get me wrong, the cast looks good. They still look like they're in high school. It was one actress that the one that played Tori. She was like concerned that they're getting too old to be playing high schoolers and shit. She has nothing to worry about. I wish I could tell her that in person. Or maybe tweet her. I should have fucking had to find her Twitter and just tweet and say, "Look, you look fine as well as the rest of the cast. You guys look convinced like you're still 18, 17 years old." y'all still look, you don't look like you're a fucking 24-year-old playing a 17-year-old, you know. But if they wait too long, that's gonna change. That's my argument here. It's like let's take Kenny for example. He's the youngest fucking character, at least he's the youngest character in the series who actually has a story arc and character development. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the things that was attractive to Kenny, that he's so fucking young. And it's like the actor that plays him, he's not gonna look like a kid for long. You know what I'm saying? And if you think about it, between season one and season two of Cobra Kai, only 2 months have passed before season two picked up after season one. 2 months. So if you add that times five, that's 10 months. Give or take around 10 months. Maybe a year, maybe. But I don't think it's according to the timeline of between season one to season five. I don't think it's been a year. It may be a year in season six, maybe. I can imagine it be a year later by the time season six picks up. Then again, it may be just maybe a month later, maybe because John Kreese just got out the fucking he broke out of prison. You know what I'm saying? At the end of it, so I'm sorry about that spoilers. I'm gonna remember to put mini spoilers in the title, something like that, if I can fit it in there. Sorry about that. In case you ain't seen it yet, or got that far yet. Yeah, I said this. So I might as well continue. But yeah, he broke out of prison, so I'm thinking they're gonna make it uh probably maybe a month later, maybe a week. Because what is he doing for a couple of months out of prison? Where was he staying? Where's he gonna stay at? Is he gonna go back to the homeless shelter? I guess so. And sharpen his fangs for his plot to take Cobra Kai back. I don't know, man. It's yet to be seen with season six. So, like I said, I mean, the cast is not getting any younger; they're getting older, and they shouldn't wait too long. That's what I'm saying. Because according to the timeline of the series, I don't think a year passed yet. It's about 10 months, around 10 months has passed. Uh, yeah. So, and speaking of the Kenny character, let's talk more about him. People have been saying he's overpowered, which is a bad thing. We don't like overpowered characters, and who does? You know what I'm saying? What the fuck? Nobody has a chance against him. I didn't feel Kenny was overpowered when I saw it. I didn't feel that he was. I felt that he was training Cobra Kai enough to whoop some ass. You know what I'm saying? It's like my question is how long are you supposed to train in Cobra Kai to go toe to toe with somebody else who's been in who's been practicing the art before you? How long must you train in order to go toe to toe with that person? It didn't take long for Miguel to fucking become a Cobra Kai master student. Keep in mind, it was only 2 months that passed between season one and season two. So Miguel must have been sufficient in Cobra Kai within what, 3 weeks, maybe 3.5 weeks or a month. So yeah, it's like I never felt he was OP. I felt, he was balanced as far as the art is concerned. It's like, man, I disagree with that. I don't feel he's OP at all. Um, Let me talk about. I just added this note here as I was taking my notes from my memo. I just added this because I remember seeing the video talk, but I didn't watch it because I was so fucking surprised even somebody even said this about it. Um, the question is the show woke? What I mean is, if you don't know what the term woke means, does it have a feminist agenda, women empowerment, shit like that, woke type of shit, like like overly stressing the homosexuality and shit like that. That could be considered woke and just pushing that shit, or like uplifting non-black people, not like degrading white people and uplifting colored people and shit like that. That's like woke shit. I ain't seen none of that I just listed. Not in season 5. I haven't seen anything that told me it was going the woke direction. I don't believe it's woke at all. I haven't noticed anything about it was woke. What I did notice in season 1 was that they made fun of the woke terms such as non-binary, feminism, asexual. An asexual person is a person who's supposed to be not attracted to any sex sexually. I think it's a fucking stupid. I think it's fucking stupid. But that's just me. It's called asexual. Asexual. I mean, they just poke fun of it, but they don't keep at it, throughout the series. Oh, those people are stupid. And then they poke fun of people that are fucking mentally weak and shit, which they should be made fun of. And they poke fun of that, but it's not like it's constant and shit like that. That's what I noticed throughout the whole throughout the series. But no, I didn't see no woke shit. Not enough to make it like, holy shit, what the fuck? It wasn't like that. Because the women and men, the male and female students are pretty much equal. They don't usually have a male go against a female. I know that. In season 1, they did, but probably because they lacked other female cast members at the time. So they had to have a girl go get some dudes, and she was fucking them up too. But it was pretty much even though. It's like when Tori first came into the dojo, and she went against Miguel. It wasn't like she was OP. Like she was beating the shit out of him. Yeah, she knew some, but it was a reason why, because we didn't know then. But you pretty much figure she did take some karate or some lessons before joining Cobra Kai, so she already had the gist of fighting. She was already a fighter, at before she was introduced. So that's why she was able to pretty much stand toe to toe with Miguel. But the fight was even though. That's what I'm saying. It wasn't that just her kicking his ass. But yeah, um, let's move on with that. So yeah, this is about the character Hulk and Kenny again. Um, I actually watched this video. It said it was entitled like Hulk is nerfed or handicapped, or in layman's terms, he used to be badass. Now he's a wimp. Now he's just there to now he's there to be somebody's fucking punching bag and shit. Strongly disagree with that. I'm gonna prove it to you. Why I say that. Uh it was one section when they brought out when Kenny and Hawk in season 5 were they had a fight at the pool party. And they got into it after Hawk lost the he lost the race. It was a water slide race because somebody had sabotaged this what you call a raft. Those balloons that those floating donuts that people stay above the water. So he was using those to slide down the water slide, but somebody punctured a hole that was sabotaged it where he could lose. And he found out about it and shit. And he got into it with Kenny, who was a Cobra Kai student. And Hawk used to be a Cobra Kai student, but at this point he's more balanced. He's redeemed at this point, but he's still a karate fighter, you know. But it's like him and Kenny got into it over that, and they made it sound like that Kenny beat him or he got the best of him, but he didn't. Check this out. This is what happened. Um, I don't see how they say this. Kenny did strike Hawk in the jaw. He did. Keep in mind, his character is fast. He was taught to use his speed as to. He was taught when he was first learning karate or Cobra Kai karate. He was taught to not use his speed to run away, but to use it to his advantage to win fights. So Kenny was focused on his speed, and he's fast. The kid is fast. So he nailed Hawk in the jaw, and and Hawk was eventually pushed in the pool. But nobody fucking mentioned this shit about the same. Check this out. Before Robbie intervened and came out of nowhere and pushed Hawk in the pool, Kenny tried to kick Hawk. Hawk grabs his leg and he knees Kenny's knee. I mean, elbowed Kenny's knee. That's when Robbie comes out and pushes Hawk into the pool. So my thing was, if there was no intervention in that fight, it seems to me that Hawk would have beat Kenny. Because Kenny was already getting his ass handed to him at that point before Robbie saved him. So that's no evidence that Hawk is nerfed because Kenny got a lick off of him. Get the fuck out of here. No. And there's another instance that he brought up in the video that towards the end of the season, season 5, if you that is, Hawk and Kenny were trying to impress these people who's the best dojo in the valley is and shit. So Hawk and Kenny had a match. It was supposed to be. He was supposed to go against Tori, but by this point, Tori ended up not wanting to fight and shit because at this point she's not the bad girl that she was when she first came out. She's redeemed at this point, and she didn't want to do it. She couldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? She's an angel now. You know, but she doesn't have any haters hating on her. They talk about fucking her, but they ain't talk about hating her character. Ooh, I want to be with Tori. Oh, she's the most beautiful girl in the series. Oh, I think Samantha LaRusso was the most beautiful girl in the season, but I digress. You get my point. They ain't talking about, oh, Tori's nerfed. Tori is weak because she's vulnerable now. Oh, she's not the same. I miss the old Tori. I ain't heard none of that shit. So she didn't want to fight him, so Kenny was chosen as a replacement. Because the goal is to choose the best fighter of their dojo to represent them, to see the best dojo. Hawk was chosen from his dojo to be the best. To be the fighter because he was considered the best one in there. And Kenny was, since his Tori was gone, Kenny was second best, I guess. So that shows you right there, this motherfucker has rails in the ranks. You know, I ain't been surprised that Kenny was chosen as Tori's replacement. So, by this point, Kenny has learned a deadly technique by his sensei, Terry Silver, called the Silver Bullet, where you punch your opponent and it literally knocks the breath out the fuck of them to the point where they can't continue to fight. So it's guaranteed, if you use that shit in a tournament and you nail that fucking punch, you are guaranteed to fucking win. To sum it up. So, Kenny, being impressed with the move, he had to learn that motherfucker. Even though at that point he didn't know he was going to represent his dojo. But I'm pretty sure he's glad he knew that move because him and Hawk was pretty much evenly matched. But at the end of the match, to score the point or to get victory, quote unquote, Kenny decided to use the silver bullet on Hawk. Hawk goes down as expected. He's gasping for air on the floor and shit like he's about to give birth. And Kenny wins because Hawk can't continue. And I don't know why people were knocking his character for that because I was like, my response to that was, I said, what, you expect him to get back up after taking that punch? Are you fucking kidding me? His breath was knocked out of him. Hawk was done the moment that punch struck him. A potential deadly maneuver, mind you. That's attempted fucking murder, man. And everybody loves Cobra Kai, right? Cobra Kai is shit, right? Right? Yeah, finishing your opponent while they're already down is honorable. Yeah, no mercy. Cobra Kai for life, right? Man, if the devil himself ever made a karate style, it would definitely be fucking Cobra Kai. I tell you that. So yeah, that's no proof that Hawk is nerfed. Kenny cheated, quote unquote, with that move. Because it seems to me, just like at the pool fight, Hawk would have won if Kenny didn't do that fucking move. I'm just saying. Nerf my ass. So, oh yeah. Speaking of vulnerability, like I was talking about with Tori earlier, Johnny has been getting heat from the fans because with season 1, Johnny was the number one thing people liked. Season 2, same thing. Season 3, the same thing. Season 4, the same thing. Johnny's the shit. He's badass. Season 5 rolls around. You got people saying, Johnny a bitch now. He's showing his vulnerable side. He's actually giving a fuck about people for a change. I don't like that. Where's the badass? He actually wants to be a father? He found out that he got his student's mother pregnant, who he's in love with, by the way. Now he wants to be a father. He's trained to be a father. He's not badass anymore. He's vulnerable now. Yeah, Johnny's weak. He's another Daniel LaRusso. Shit, he should make his own karate school called Miyagi-Do times 2. Or Miyagi-Do second. Yeah, season 6. Johnny's gonna leave Carmen because he figured out he was gay. See how you like that, Johnny, fellas? Fuck out of here, man. Vulnerable. What the fuck is wrong with Johnny's character? In fact, Johnny's been like that since season 1. He showed vulnerability. He showed a heart. Oh shit, heaven forbid that a Cobra Kai or Johnny Lawrence has heart. Holy shit. This man actually cares about people. Vulnerable. That's not good. I'm surprised that heat didn't go towards John Kreese's character. What the fuck? I'm surprised. Whew. Yeah, Johnny's weak. I guess he considered Nerf too, huh? Y'all liked him for 4 seasons, but now it's like, heaven forbid a man has a heart. Oh my fucking God. Anyways, oh yeah, the last point I want to bring out is criticisms that the subplot of the story when Miguel goes to Mexico to seek out his real father and shit because he's curious about the man. And you know his mother told him he was a bad person. I guess that didn't stop Miguel from going to see him, you know what I'm saying? So he goes to Mexico and he finally finds the man who's his father. He didn't tell him that he was his son. He spent some time with him because he rescued his son by getting almost ran over by a truck. Miguel just happened to be there. Da-da-da, Super Miguel. Anyways, so he finds out that his father wasn't the man that he thought he was, or he hoped that he was going to be. And before leaving Mexico, he calls his mom in tears because he got to see who his father really was. You know what I'm saying? His father didn't leave the cartel life or the gang life, if you will. He never left it. He seemed like he was a normal dude at first. I even had doubts that he was still the same guy. You know, I was actually hoping as the story went on that he did change and he was going to be involved in Miguel's life, but he didn't. He's the same guy. And once Miguel found that out, I admit it was sad. I felt for the dude. I felt for the guy. You know, he calls his mom and said, "Mom, I'm on my way back home." He was so fucking broke. He was so hurt. You know, he was suspecting Miguel as being a spy and all that shit, and he was so mean and intimidating towards Miguel and all that shit. He thought he was a spy and shit. And it's like, holy shit! It was like it was sad when he called his mom and he was like, "Mom, come back home." He was crying on the phone, and he was like, "You were right about him." You know what I'm saying? He's still a fucking ass. You know, it got me in the fields. I'll tell you that. So, um, that's all my notes about this. I admit the criticism that the show got unexpectedly kind of got me upset because I'm impressed too because they went through 4 seasons without hardly anybody knocking it. Season 5, you seeing people knocking it now. Whether it be fucking drones because their favorite uploader is not liking it. I'm not gonna like it either, yeah. Or it could be somebody who's genuine, just happened to agree with the uploader and say, yeah, that's what I've been thinking. Shit. You know, I don't like it either. I don't like the part either. Either way, it's fucked up because it shows that it makes me doubt the show now. It's like it's getting people actually are drawn away from it now. It's sad, it's upsetting, it's surprising. No, it's actually, I mean, it's not surprising. It's impressive because I'm thinking like, because I was saying like, they probably got 3 good seasons and that's it. Season 4 and 5 is gonna be fucked up. They're gonna lose a lot of fans by season 4 or season 3. That's what I was saying. I was shocked as fuck that I like season 3 and 4 just as much as the first 2 seasons. I was like, holy shit, this how could this get any better? You know what I'm saying? It was good to see Mike Barnes finally return and shit. Cause they know we wanted to see him, you know what I'm saying? And they gave us what we wanted. That's why I like about the writers that they actually listen to us. You know, they listen to people what they saying about the show, and they give it what we want. That's fucking dope. Even though that can fucking backfire too. You know what I'm saying? And you can't please everybody. But the thing is, I've been seeing a lot. Like I never seen so much shit against the series before season 5. You know what I'm saying? Season 5 was the one that I saw a lot of shit thrown against it. So I just thought I'd share this, and that's it. That's it for the vlog, pretty much. That being said, why chromosome sign the fuck out. Peace and love. Good health to you all, and be safe out there. If I have any more, or if I come up with any more points to bring out, it'll be a part 2 of this. But if not, this is it. Peace. I'm out.